Welcome to the world of digital command control. MTH Electric Trains has developed the most advanced sound and control system available in model railroading. Our digital command system allows you to achieve realistic operation previously unknown in the hobby. DCS was designed so that even the most advanced operations can be performed easily, so you can quickly begin to enjoy the hobby at a whole new level. With DCS, you can control every command-capable locomotive on your layout independently, including locomotives equipped with Lionel's Trainmaster command system. This video will help you get to know the MTH DCS system, and we will explain all of the system's features. We'll introduce you to every piece of the system. We'll show you what each piece does and how you can use them on your own model railroad. Throughout this video, we will identify the section of your DCS instruction book that has even more detailed information about the part of the system we're showing you in the video. Before we get started, you should know the difference between conventional and command control. With conventional control, you vary the voltage on the track to run your trains. Your throttle communicates with the track, not the locomotive itself, when varying this voltage. Command control is very different. In command mode, your throttle communicates directly with individual locomotives. This means you have independent control over each command-equipped locomotive, even if they're on the same track. This is the Track Interface Unit, or TIU. This is the device that puts the DCS signal on the tracks. The TIU has 4 separate channels in it, 2 fixed voltage channels and 2 variable voltage channels. On the fixed channel, the power that goes into the channel is the same as the power that comes out to power the track, with the DCS code added to it. The fixed channels should be used for command mode operation. The variable channels also have the DCS code added to them, but the voltage is variable within the TIU. You can put a constant 18 volts in and vary the output with the DCS handheld remote. The variable channels can be used for command or conventional operation. The TIU has several other plugs and connectors on it, including the AIU input, the computer input, the protocast and proto-dispatch inputs, and an auxiliary power input, which provides a means of powering the TIU itself, but does not provide any power to the track. We'll tell you more about these ports later in this video. For Proto Sound 2.0 locomotives, you can adjust lighting, chuff or diesel revolution rate, sound, and smoke output for each locomotive. Dial up a specific scale speed, set up multiple locomotive consists to run as one, record and play back an operational script, and much, much more. The MTH DCS handheld remote is very powerful, and many DCS features can be operated with a single button push. You will soon see how user-friendly it really is. Here's a closer look at the DCS remote. You turn the remote on by pressing the on-off button. These keys are called soft keys because they are not hard-coded to perform only a single function. These buttons activate features specific to each locomotive, and we'll show you the details later in this video. This button, marked BL, turns the backlight on the LCD display on and off. Using the backlight is handy when using the remote in a dimly lit room. This is the auxiliary button. It will be used in future updates to DCS. This is the accessory button. You use this button to select and operate various accessories on your layout. You can even give your accessories familiar names so they are easy to find on the remote. This button, marked SW, is used to throw switches on your layout. To throw switches or operate accessories, you will also need the MTH Accessory Interface Unit, or AIU. We'll show you more about the AIU later in this video. This button, marked TR for track, allows you to access various tracks and blocks on your layout. This is most commonly used when running trains in the conventional mode. This button, marked ENG, is the engine select button. You use it to select the engine you want to run. This is the menu button. It provides access to 4 advanced menus: sound, control, system, and advanced. While DCS allows you to customize your locomotive with more than 200 individual settings, the most frequently accessed can be controlled via the one-touch buttons on the DCS remote handheld. These buttons will temporarily change the sound of your locomotive. However, all ProtoSound 2.0 locomotives come with the Proto Chuff feature set in the automatic mode. Your PS2 locomotive will automatically sense whether it is going uphill or down and change the sound accordingly. You can also change these sounds manually if you wish. If you press the top end of the rocker switch, it changes your steamer to a labored chuff, or sets your diesel to higher engine revolutions. Pressing the bottom end of the rocker switch will temporarily change your steamer to a quieter, drifting chuff, or it sets your diesel to lower engine revolutions. The effect will last only as long as the button is pressed. Normal engine sounds will resume when you release the button. This is the boost and brake button. Press the top end of the rocker switch to temporarily increase the speed of the selected engine, or press the bottom end of the rocker switch to temporarily decrease the speed of the selected engine. The speed will continue to change for as long as the button is pressed. The locomotive will resume the set speed when you release the button. Press the top end of the coupler rocker switch to fire the front coupler of the selected locomotive if your locomotive is equipped with a front coupler. Press the bottom end of the rocker switch to fire the rear coupler of the selected locomotive. Coupler release sounds will play as the coupler is fired. Press this button to turn the smoke unit on and off. Because of the way the smoke unit works, it may take a few seconds after pushing the button before you see the smoke start or stop. You can also set the smoke density level. We'll cover that in the menu operations section of this video. Press this button to globally increase engine sounds up to the maximum level allowed for the selected engine. The LCD will show master volume up. Press this button to globally decrease engine sounds. The LCD will show master volume down. You can also control the volume of individual sounds. For example, you can make the horn or whistle volume louder, or make the bell volume softer. We'll show you how to do this in the menu operations section of this video. This is the startup button. With the engine stopped, press this button to start up the sound system, lights, and smoke in the selected engine. The LCD will show Startup. A newly accessed engine that has not been started up will move, but it will run silently. Press this button to silence engine sounds instantly. This is the mute button. The LCD will show engine sound on or engine sound off. Press this button to shut down a locomotive. The LCD will show shutdown. Shutdown sounds will play and the engine will go silent. Anytime the engine is stopped, you can press this button to turn the selected engine's headlight on and off. The LCD will show headlight on or headlight off. This is the Protocast button. To activate this feature, you must first connect an audio source to the DCS system. Plug a male-to-male mini cable with 1/8-inch plugs, like that used for the headset with a portable CD tape player, into the Protocast port of the TIU. Then, plug the other end of the cable into your audio source. Play the recording according to the audio source's instructions. Press the Protocast button to play the recording through your engine speakers. When the Protocast feature is enabled, your regular engine sounds are silenced so that the recording may be heard clearly. Press the button again to shut off Protocast and return to normal engine sounds. Press this button to activate passenger station or freight yard announcements. The LCD will show PFA on or PFA off.
Now arriving from Pittsburgh, train number 70, the Admiral.
When in command mode, you can stop the PFAs at any time by pushing the PFA button again. Check your locomotive's instruction book to learn more about how you can use the direction button to cycle through the PFA feature. Press the read button to tell the system to search for all accessible TIUs and AIUs in the system. You should do this whenever you add a new TIU or AIU to your railroad. You can also use read when you change engines, and the system will show you which engines are on the track. Press this button to activate the Proto Doppler feature. The LCD will show Doppler on or Doppler off. Engine sounds will initially drop, then build up and fade away. You must press the Doppler button again after the effect has played to turn the feature off and return the locomotive to normal engine sounds. Press and hold this button to turn Proto Dispatch on and off. Proto Dispatch is the feature that allows you to make your own train announcements using a mic built into the DCS remote.
Amtrak Cardinal ready to depart Zanesville for Charlestown, Martinsburg, Wheeling, and all points west. All aboard!
Here's how to get started using the MTH digital command system. Place the track interface unit between your power supply and the track. If you plan to run only in command mode, plug the black and red wires from your transformer into the TIU's black and red banana jacks on the fixed voltage in 1 channel. Connect wires from the red and black fixed out 1 banana jacks to your track or lock-on. For best results with DCS, we recommend using 16-gauge or larger paired wire and home run wiring rather than a common ground wiring setup. This means that separate power feeders should extend out from a central point to the various track sections around your layout. The easiest way to do that is to use the MTH terminal strip. You connect the power feed wires from the TIU here, and the track feeders fan out from the terminal strip from these terminals. We recommend using a lock-on or track feeder every 20 to 25 feet, depending on your layout's needs. In this demo, we're using the Z4000 transformer because it's the best transformer on the market. However, many other transformers will also work with DCS. For a list of other compatible transformers, see the DCS instruction book. The MTH DCS system incorporates a feature we call Smart Read. Our DCS system automatically recognizes engines by name so you don't have to enter the name yourself. When you use DCS for the first time, you have to establish communication between the TIU and the remote. With no ProtoSound 2.0 locomotives on the track, press the read key and wait for the remote to locate the TIU. The LCD screen will say Reading Track. You must repeat this step when you add another TIU or an AIU to your system. After the remote has located the TIU, you can put your first ProtoSound 2.0 locomotive on the track. Turn on the power and press Menu, System, Engine Setup, Add Engine, and Add MTH Engine. Smart Read will automatically read that engine's information into the system. If you want to add more engines, remove the engine you just added and place the new locomotive on the track. Add it in the same way. You only have to do this one time. Once all of your engines are entered into the system, you do not have to do this again. If you have several ProtoSound 2.0 engines and plan to add many others, you may opt to set up a programming track to make adding engines easier. See your user's manual for details. When a ProtoSound 2.0 locomotive is placed on the track, the DCS system will automatically bring it up in command mode, waiting for your first command. The locomotive remains silent and dark until you start it up. Press Startup to turn on the lights, sound, and smoke. You will hear the engine startup sounds. When using the thumb wheel to scroll up and down, whether to change a locomotive's speed or to scroll through features, you should move your thumb gently over the thumb wheel. Don't press too hard. The thumb wheel is pressed down to select and activate features as discussed in the menu operations section of this video. Don't try to scroll and press at the same time. There is no neutral in DCS command mode. The default startup direction is forward. Just roll the thumb wheel upward to make the locomotive move forward. The LCD display on the DCS remote will show you the engine speed in scale miles per hour. Because there is no neutral in command mode, The direction change cycle is shorter than in conventional mode engines. There are two ways to change directions in command mode. You can press the red direction button while you are in motion. This will gradually drop the locomotive's speed to 0 miles per hour and change its direction mode. Wait for the engine to come to a complete stop. Then, roll the thumb wheel to the desired speed in the new direction. You can also scroll the speed back to 0 scale miles per hour, press DIR, and then roll the thumb wheel to the desired speed in the new direction. Pressing direction once takes you directly from forward to reverse and vice versa. If you roll the thumb wheel back to 0 scale miles per hour, then throttle up again without pressing the direction button, the engine will not change direction. If you mistakenly press direction to stop the engine, but decide you want to continue in the same direction, just press direction one more time. The yellow bell and white whistle horn buttons operate the same way in both command mode and conventional modes. To blow the whistle, press the WH or whistle horn button. The whistle will sound for as long as you hold the button down. It will stop when you release the button. The horn or whistle's ending sounds are designed to vary a bit depending on the amount of time you hold the button down. To sound the bell, press and release the bell button. The bell will continue to ring until you press and release the bell button again to turn it off. To shut down the locomotive at the end of a session, dial the thumb wheel back down to 0 scale miles per hour, or press direction to stop the engine. Press the shutdown key, the number 6 key. The locomotive will play a short series of shutdown sounds, turn off its lights, and then go silent. Remember that even though the engine has shut down, there is still power on the track. Press and hold the on-off button until the LCD shows that the handheld is saving data. It will soon turn off. If you forget to turn off the remote, it will automatically shut itself off after 10 minutes. Power the transformer down and turn it off, and that's it. For more instructions on basic command mode operation, see the One-Touch Operation chapter of the instruction manual. The DCS system has 4 advanced operations menus. Although these features are advanced, they are easy to set up and use. Engine settings you choose while in command mode, such as the steam locomotive chuff rate, will be remembered when the engine is operated in conventional mode. To access the menu list, press the menu button. You will see a list of the 4 menus in the LCD display. Use the thumb wheel to scroll through the 4 menus until the small arrow is beside the menu you want to access. To access the menu you have selected, press down firmly on the thumb wheel. Once you select the menu, rolling the thumb wheel will scroll through the various features in this menu. To access the feature you want, press down firmly on the thumb wheel. Once you have selected the feature you want, rolling the thumb wheel will scroll through the various options for this feature. To access the option you want, press down firmly on the thumb wheel. You can separately control the volume of all engine sounds, including the whistle, horn, bell, accent sounds such as the passenger and freight announcements, cab chatter, and more. Each of the independent volume options allows you to set the level of that sound between 0 and 100%. The initial default settings for all the sounds are set at 70%. When a volume control feature is selected, you will see a scroll bar that indicates the volume level. Use the thumb wheel to scroll up and down and adjust the volume. As you change the volume, you will see the lines of the scroll bar move to the right or left, and a number on the bottom of the LCD will tell you what percentage of maximum volume you have set. You will also hear the change in the selected sound's volume relative to the other engine sounds. When you have chosen the desired volume, press firmly on the thumb wheel to set that volume. Your engine will remember its set volume levels even when it is turned off between uses or when operated in conventional mode. Follow this procedure anytime you want to change the volume settings. The smoke volume feature lets you adjust the output of the smoke unit. Once you have selected this feature, you will see the choices minimum, medium, or maximum. Press the soft key directly below the level you want to set. press the thumb wheel to select it. Allow a few seconds for the smoke unit to adjust to the new setting. You will notice a different smoke density. When you are satisfied with the smoke output, press the thumb wheel to return to the active engine control screen. Be sure you always have smoke fluid in the engine when running with the smoke unit on at any of the 3 levels. See your engine's operating instructions for smoke unit maintenance information. This feature allows you to change the number of chuffs per wheel revolution in your steam locomotives. It can be set anywhere from 1 to 16 chuffs per revolution of the drivers. If there are multiple engines in the active engine list, select the engine you want to set by scrolling to it in the list. Then press the thumb wheel to select it. Press the menu button and scroll to the sound menu. Press the thumb wheel to select that menu. Scroll to the chuff rate feature and press the thumb wheel. Once you select this feature, you will see the numbers 1 through 4 above soft keys S1 through S4 on your LCD screen. There will also be an arrow over the S5 key. Press S5 to cycle through the higher number options 5 to 8, 9 to 12, 13 to 16, and back to the first screen. When the number of chuffs per revolution you want to set appears on the LCD, press the soft key directly below the chuff rate you want to set. Then press the thumb wheel to select it. The change will happen immediately. Real steam locomotives have 4 chuffs per revolution of the drivers. If you like to run your engine slowly, setting 4 chuffs provides very realistic operation. Even though SmartRead automatically reads the locomotive information, you can customize its name and number. When you add a new engine, the system automatically adds it to the first open engine number available. You can also give the engine a different number if you wish. Here's how to change an engine's address number. Press the menu button and scroll to System. Press the thumb wheel to select that menu. Scroll to the Engine Setup menu and press the thumb wheel. Scroll to Edit Engine and press the thumb wheel to select that feature. Scroll to Edit Address and press the thumb wheel to select that option. Select the engine you want to change by scrolling to it in the active engine list. Press the thumb wheel to select it. Scroll to an engine address number that you have not already assigned to another engine. Press the thumb wheel to select it, and you're done. The system immediately goes back to the operating mode and you're ready to run that engine. You can also change an engine's name to make it easier to recognize. To change the engine's name, press the menu button and scroll to System. Press the thumb wheel to select that menu. Scroll to the Engine Setup menu and press the thumb wheel. Scroll to Edit Engine and press the thumb wheel to select that feature. Scroll to Edit Name and press the thumb wheel to select it. Scroll through the engine list, and when the cursor is beside the engine you want to rename, press the thumb wheel to select it. An alphanumeric character set is displayed. Use the thumb wheel to scroll through the character set. When the character you want to type next is bracketed, press the thumb wheel to select it. You may give the engine a name up to 16 characters long. Select the D button at the end of the character set to signify that you are done with this function. The LCD returns to the active engine operating screen and you will see the new engine name displayed on the LCD. This soft key marked All is a very powerful key. By pushing the All soft key, you are instantly communicating with all locomotives at the same time. You can mute the sound of all engines at once, or even run all your engines at the same speed by using the All key. Throughout this video, we've been showing you how to access the various DCS menus by using the menu key and then selecting the menu you want to use. The menu you will probably use most often is the Engine Setup menu. We have provided a shortcut directly to that menu via this soft key. Marked SU, pushing this key takes you directly to the Engine Setup menu. You can quickly jump back and forth between two engines using the Jump feature. If you're already in the active engine screen and press ENG, it takes you to the engine scroll list. The cursor will be pointed at the previous active engine you were running. Press the thumb wheel and you are controlling that engine. Pressing ENG again will automatically select the previous engine. This feature functions like the previous channel button on your TV remote. Just press ENG and the thumb wheel, and you can quickly switch back and forth between two engines without any scrolling. If you want to access another engine, you just press ENG, scroll to it, and press the thumb wheel. That takes you to that engine's active engine screen, and you are immediately controlling that engine. To use the MTH digital command system with your conventional mode locomotives, you can use one of the variable channels on the TIU to power the track, or you can use one of the fixed channel outs if it is powered by a Z4000 using the Z4000 remote receiver. The remote receiver is MTH part number 40-4002 and is available from your local dealer. Refer to your instruction book to see how to set up tracks for conventional operation with the DCS remote control. After you have the TIU properly connected, power up the transformer. Choose the track you want to run by pressing the TRK or track button on the DCS remote. Operate your engine according to its conventional mode operating instructions, using the DCS remote's thumb wheel instead of the transformer to adjust the locomotive's speed. To change the locomotive's direction, firmly press and release the direction button. Most 3-rail O-gauge locomotives are designed to go into neutral between directions in conventional mode. If your train has been moving forward, the first press of the direction button will put the train into neutral. The second press will put it into reverse. The next press goes back into neutral. The next back into forward, and so forth. Be sure to see your engine's operating instructions for more detail. It is easier than ever to access your older ProtoSound 1 engine's programming features with the DCS handheld. When you are operating a conventional track via one of the TIU variable channels or a fixed channel controlled by a Z4000 with a remote receiver, just press the soft key under MPG on the LCD, scroll through the list of program features available, and press the thumb wheel to select the one you want. The ProtoSound engine on that track will respond with the appropriate clinks and clanks and will activate the feature you chose as described in the engine's operating instructions. The MTH DCS system can also control locomotives using the Lionel Trainmaster command system. In addition to the MTH DCS components we have already shown you, you will need the Lionel command base and a Trainmaster command-equipped locomotive. You will also need a special cable to connect the TIU to the command base. This cable is MTH part number 50-1007 and is available from your MTH dealer. Even though this looks like a standard computer cable, it is not the same, and a computer cable will not work in this application. See your DCS instruction manual for more information. Connect the TIU and command base together using this cable. It connects to the PC input plug on the TIU and the computer connector on the Trainmaster command base. Plug the TMCC command base power supply into a grounded outlet. Plug the other end of the cable into the base power plug on the command base. The Lionel command base must also be connected to the DCS system. For best results, connect a wire from this binding post on the command base to one of the black binding posts on the track side of the TIU. We recommend connecting this wire here on the TIU instead of to the track itself. Once this cable is connected, you're ready to operate Trainmaster command-equipped locomotives with your DCS remote. Adding a Trainmaster-equipped engine to the active engine list is a simple process. However, TMCC locos do not have the Smart Read feature built into them, so they will not be automatically recognized by DCS. You will have to add the TMCC local manually. To add a TMCC engine, press the menu button, scroll to the System menu, and press the thumb wheel to select it. Press the thumb wheel to select Engine Setup. Scroll to Add Engine and press the thumb wheel to select it. Scroll to Add TMCC Engine and press the thumb wheel to select this mode. An alphanumeric character set is displayed. Use the thumb wheel to scroll through the character set, and when the character you want to type is highlighted, press the thumb wheel to select it. You may give the engine a name up to 16 characters long. Select the D button at the end of the character set to signify that you are done with this function. You will then see this menu, where you can enter the TMCC locomotive's address number. Scroll to the engine's previously set TMCC number and press the thumb wheel to enter it. You have now given your Trainmaster locomotive a DCS name and a TMCC number. DCS automatically puts the locomotive into the active engine list and assigns it a DCS locomotive number. You can now run this Trainmaster equipped engine with the DCS remote. When you run a TMCC engine, you can use the DCS one-touch buttons such as smoke on or off to operate those features in your TMCC engine. TMCC features that do not have a dedicated one-touch key can be activated by pressing the appropriate soft key. When a TMCC engine is selected, the soft keys are labeled with the same auxiliary key numbers that TMCC uses to trigger various engine features. Simply press the appropriate soft key to activate a feature. If you want to change the TMCC locomotive's TMCC address number, press the menu button, scroll to System, and press the thumb wheel to select that menu. Press the thumb wheel to select Engine Setup. Scroll to Edit Engine and press the thumb wheel to select this option. Scroll to Edit Address and select it. Then scroll to the engine you want to change. If you have selected a TMCC engine, the DCS system will tell you to set the Program Run switch on the TMCC locomotive to Program. You will then see a list of numbers to which you can scroll. Scroll to the number you want and press the thumb wheel to select it. You can use only 2 digits here because TMCC only supports engine addresses up to 99. The DCS system will remind you to set the Program Run switch on the TMCC locomotive back to Run. The system will take you back to the Add Engine screen. If you are finished, just press the green Engine button to return to the operating mode. Your TMCC locomotive now has a new TMCC engine number assigned to it. You can use both the DCS remote and the Cab 1 remote at the same time if you wish. They will not interfere with one another. Your switches, lights, and accessories can be controlled with the MTH Accessory Interface Unit, or AIU. Each AIU can control up to 10 switches and 10 accessories. The addition of an AIU allows the MTH DCS system to become a complete layout control system. The AIU is connected to the track interface unit using the cable supplied with the AIU. The AIU can then be set up to control all of the switches, accessories, and lights on your layout. You add accessories and switches to the DCS system using the Accessory or Switch Setup menu feature, much as you add engines. Because accessories and switches do not have the Smart Read feature built in, you must name them as you add them. Once they are added, press ACC or SW to view the list and select the one you want to operate. See the AIU instruction book for more details about using switches and accessories with DCS. The MTH Accessory Interface Unit is available from your MTH dealer. The MTH Digital Command System is a huge step forward in model train control. You can control the sound, lights, smoke, accessories, and everything else on your layout from this high-tech remote. The MTH Digital Command System. 21st century technology in the palm of your hand.